Yeah, now we have Dr. K.R. Vishnu Mahesh. Before I invite Dr. K.R. Vishnu Mahesh to present his thing, I would like Dr. Upender, who is the nodal officer for the statistical cell of Osmania University, to introduce Shri Vishnu Mahesh ji, Dr. Vishnu Mahesh ji. Please use this machine. Okay. Don't switch on. Yes.
Good morning to dignitaries on the dais and Professor Nagesh Rao sir and Professor Srinivaslu sir and resource persons and respected participants. Good afternoon, everybody. And now I will give a brief introduction about Dr. K.R. Vishnu Mahesh. Good morning, sir. So he has completed his post-graduation and doctoral degree in industrial engineering from Karnataka State, and Dr. Mahesh worked as an assistant professor in prestigious engineering college in Karnataka, and after that Dr. Mahesh joined as an assistant advisor in NAC Bangalore, and Sir has published more than 70 research articles in reputed international journals, and he won many awards and best paper awards and also gold medals and university level best NSS volunteer award during his college days. And Professor Mahesh is the editorial member of many scientific journals in industrial in chemistry and prestigious journals like Elsevier and other, etc. And he is the life member of many professional bodies in his area of research. And Sir has organized many workshops on this NAC accreditation and enhanced the knowledge of the professors. And after joining in NAC, he has guided and coordinated more than 250 institutions in getting the assessment and accreditation of NAC. And he has conducted many training programs to the eminent professors to enhance the knowledge in this NAC area. And Sir has organized and presented many seminars and NAC awareness programs. And I welcome Dr. Vishnu Mahesh Sir to this program, and I encourage, thank you for him for sharing his knowledge in this NAC area, sir. Welcome to this program, sir.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful introduction. I thank personally the University of Hyderabad, means Osmania University, and also Nageshwar Rao sir and also IKC coordinator for the opportunity to conduct the awareness program along with you people. So now I think the PowerPoint presentation is visible, right, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible. Yeah.
Okay. So in our beginning, our Shyam Sundar sir given a opening remarks about the NAC and also NEP and also overview about the higher education and also NAC assessment accreditation process. He given a wonderful opening remarks. So then our Madam Pratibha Singh explained about the registration process, overview about the RAF, and also the self-study report part, how many criteria are there. So everything Madam explained. After the IAQA acceptance, your original work, the main crux of the assessment accreditation process, nothing but the filling up of the self-study report. So within 45 days, you have to fill the self-study report. So in some unforeseen situations like COVID-19 or any election, burn, strike, so only with the proper approval, we will give some more time of extension for about 15 days to 30 days. So hence kindly adhere to the timeline of 45 days to submit the self-study report. Especially these are the steps for the assessment accreditation process. Here I am covering the self-study report. Another data validation verification part, our another colleague, Dr. D.K. Kamble, will take over. So coming to the self-study report, especially in the self-study report, there are 7 steps will be followed by the institution. First one is filling up of the profile of the SSR, extended profile, then executive summary. So you can opt out some metrics, optional metrics, SSR initial payment, then filling up of the student satisfaction survey details, and then submit the SSR. So coming to the guidelines for filling up of the SSR. So in every metric, the tooltips are provided in the place of metrics. So just you can move the cursor onto the tooltip, that star button. So you will automatically get to know about the metrics detail and what documents you need. So then there is an option is provided the bottom of the all metric to upload the option, upload the documents, that is called as upload button. So you can use this and they can fill the details. So the data should be the contextualized with the related metrics. So kindly avoid the irrelevant document while filling up of the SSR. So up to 5 MB limit per metric it is provided in the portal. You can upload the PDF version up to 5 MB. So more than that, so need not to worry, you can host it in your college or university website. So that link you can provide it during the SSR submission. Automatically our partners will verify the link. So coming to the year-wise data. So what type of data we should take for the year? So this is the beginning and the most important confusion in the institution. So the selection of the data with particular to the year. So especially all the metrics related to financial aspects. For example, budget related, salary related, infrastructure augmentation related, any funding to the library. So these type of financial related input, you have to follow the financial year, nothing but the 1st April to 31st March. So this is the year. So for all publication related data. So like, for example, journals published in the papers published in the journals, books, book chapters. So these are the type of data you can follow the calendar year, nothing but the 1st January to 31st December. So coming to the majority of 90% of the data, we are asking the academic year. Academic year is nothing but, so normally it will start from June 1st and it will end in the May 31st or otherwise. So when the colleges started, the university started, so that is you can count it as a starting of the academic year, and after the completion of the result you can count it as a completion of the academic year. So that data you have to fill it, so every year. So we are normally asking last completed 5-year data, you have to give 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18 and 19, 20. So like that you have to give the data. In some questions and metrics, we are asking the current year data from the institution. Current year is nothing but the last completed academic year. For example, today you are going to fill the SSR. So your current academic year will be 2019 and 20. So that is called as current year. So particular to that details, you can fill it in the SSR. And other part of the SSR is, the first one is filling up of the profile of the SSR. Profile is nothing but the information about the institution, like name and address of the institution and contact details of the principal, vice principal and IQAC coordinator, contact details, whether your college is an affiliated college or constituent college. So like that you can fill it in the SSR. And also by gender, my co-ed education, or is there a general college, by shift it is there working, evening college or regular college. So like the details you can give it. If you are a minority institution, you can type it as a yes, you are a minority institution, or otherwise it is not mandatory, just you can put it as a no and you can go to fill the other parts of the SSR. And source of funding, whether you are a government college or whether you are a private or a grant-in-aid college, so that detail also you can write it, and when the college is established, whether any potential excellence is there or not, so that thing you can write it. Whether you are applied for the autonomous status, if yes means you can write it, otherwise no, you can continue the filling up of the SSR. For example, whether your college is recognized any other potential excellence, also you can write it apart from UGC and other things. And also location of the institution, how much square feet is there, a build-up area, so what is the total thing, so you can write it down in the SSR. And also all the program related to in your program offered in your institution, so by the college, especially the current academic year, means last academic year, how many programs you are running in the institution, that details you can give it in the SSR. And also other related to some financial programs or any self-financial or any government program. So if you are offering both the things, you can write it as the details. And list of department you have to enter. For example, in your college, library and physical education. If you are not offering any exclusive programs in that department, no need to mention in the SSR. You can take it as a supporting department. For example, if you're offering the Bachelor of Library Science, Master of Library Science, for example, Bachelor of Physical Education or Master of Physical Education, so that time only you have to enter it as a separate department. And others, the things are same, non-teaching and teaching positions in the institution. So how many professors are there, associate professor, assistant professors, and qualification of the teaching faculty. The highest qualification you can mention. And also how many faculties are permanent and temporary, full-time teachers and part-time teacher, that details also you can enter. According to NAAC nomenclature, the full-time teachers, nothing but the teachers which are taking the 90% workload of the permanent faculty. So those all faculties we are considering as a full-time faculty, hence you can fill it in the SSR. And other details, how many students are entered in the category wise, how many students are entered in the program wise. For example, UG, PG, MPhil, PhD, if you're offering, so that details you can give it in the profile of the SSR. And if any budget related, means total annual recurring expenditure, actually how much you are spending. So, and also it should be excluding salary. So that part also you can enter, and including salary component also enter in the some other metrics. For all other metrics are same, but only for the second, third, and fourth cycle. So these subsequent cycle colleges, you have to enter the IQAC establishment date. So when you use your first cycle accredited, or if you are accredited second cycle, so that date you have to mention. And also the AQR, it is must to the second and third, fourth cycle institution. You have to give the date when you are submitted, that AQR. So minimum 4 AQRs are compulsory for the institution to submit for the second and third cycle colleges. So that detail you have to enter. So this is up to, we can call it as the profile of the SSR. We can fill it in the SSR. So coming to the some other important submission readiness by the institution is very important, is understand the metrics properly, because most of the institutions are confusion with the course and program itself. So while filling the SSR, what is course, what is program, whether we have to enter BA as a program and HEP as a courses. But according to NAAC nomenclature, so courses are nothing but in every semester, the students is writing the examination, that a particular course of the paper will be there. So that each paper we are calling it as a courses. So hence while filling the SSR, so kindly take care, at most understand the metrics, kindly download the manual and standard operating procedure and guidelines available in the NAAC website. Once you thorough with that, then only you start filling up the SSR, because now within 45 days you cannot understand whole thing and you cannot fill it within 45 days. So hence, before coming to the assessment accreditation process only, you thorough with the manual and standard operating procedure. So then you can start the process of the filling of the IAQA, because you have to fill all the data related to quantitative metrics, qualitative metrics, and also you have to fill all the data templates, supporting documents, and links in which every metric. So hence, kindly prepare yourself by reading the standard operating procedure and manual and standard operating procedure available in the NAAC website. So you can observe, this is the exact screenshot of the portal of the SSR. So after submission of the IAQA, you will ask the query. So then after acceptance only, you are ready to start the SSR. You can observe here, profile of the SSR, extended profile. So like that, the portal will be there. So coming to the filling up of the extended profile. This is the heart of the SSR, because the most of the calculation will be based on the extended profile input only. Because the majority of the extended profile input will be in the denominator, and after that you are filling up of the SSR in the QNM, that is, it will be in the numerator. So hence, while filling up of the extended profile, so kindly take care at most to fill the exact and correct information in the extended profile. So I will give some more examples. So how many programs offered in the college or institution across all the years in the last 5 years, and number of students year-wise during the last 5 years, and how many students are enmarked in the reservation category, and how many failed, how many outgoing and final year students are there. So academic input, how many full-time teachers are there, and how many sanctioned seats are there, means how many sanctioned teacher post. So how many teachers are filled. So that detail you have to fill it here, and total classrooms, and how many classrooms are ICT enabled, and how many classrooms are seminar halls, expenditure excluding salary, and number of computers available in the institution. So these are all important basic detail you have to give it in the extended profile of the SSR. So now you can observe this is the key indicator base of the all the criteria. So already distribution already our Pratibha madam also shown. Just UG PG there is a small difference in the third and fifth criteria. So the total weightage will be same. You can also observe the distribution of metrics more or less for UG and PG colleges are same. Only in 1 or 2 criteria the little bit in the difference, but majority 70-30 ratio will be maintained same. Around 70 will be the quantitative and 30 will be the qualitative. Most important thing you have to note down here is, so how many types of questions will be asked. So types will be there. So I am just giving in some of the example. Total 5 kinds of question we are asking in the metrics. So that thing I am going to discuss now. So first metric, first type of metric. So here the questions asking the year-wise data. Year-wise data means, so particular year 2016, 17, 18, 19, 19, 20. So like that you have to give the year-wise data in the last 5 years. You can observe one example. Average percentage of full-time teachers with PhD or higher degree in your college. So this is a metric question. So sub-metric you have to give the answer. So number of full-time teachers with the PhD or highest degree year-wise. So that year-wise data you have to give in the SSR. Sometimes the second type of questions will come. So here in this kind of question, the block year question will ask. So you need not to enter the particular year, but the cumulatively. So you have to add all the 5-year data. So that one block year data you have to give. For example, percentage of programs CBSE or elective system is implemented. You have to enter the total number of programs in which CSB elective system implemented throughout the 5-year in your organization or institution. So that details you have to enter. So third type of questions is there. Here no need of entering any year-wise data, but what is there in your institution? So the options will be provided. You can just select the option. For example, does the institution have the following? E-journals, e-Shodh Sindhu, Shodh Ganga membership, any e-books are there, databases. So that time, which are applicable to your institution? For example, you have only 3. So need not worry, you can opt only 3. So like that, the institution will be filling the SSR. Some fourth kind of questions will be there. Here, it will ask the last completed academic year data. Last completed means the current year academic data means today you are filling up the assessment means 1920 is your current academic year data. So for example, you can observe the question, percentage of students undertaking the project or field work. So that time in the submetric, you have to enter the number of students undergoing the project work in your institution. So that last year, how many students are there? So that detail you have to enter, and how many they are doing the projects. So that details you can enter in the kind. So fifth kind of questions will be there. Here need not to enter any data, but automatically the system will calculate the number. How? So based on the extended profile, already you given the input, it will calculate by itself. So for example, one question will be there, student full-time teacher ratio. So already you fill the student detail and full-time teacher detail in the extended profile. It will calculate it by itself, it will calculate the percentage ratio. So like that, your question will be asked. Now you can observe, this is the exact screenshot of the portal. So you can observe here, the left side, the dashboard, manage IAQSR. So then manage SSR will come. So here you have to enter the extended profile, executive summary, SSR initial payment, then submission. So then you can fill the student satisfaction survey detail. All the things will be there in the portal. So here one question coming, average number of students from other states and other country. You can observe here the year-wide data you can fill it. This is the old question. Now the manual is a little bit changed. You can observe the new questions in the manual. So there is a data template available in the same place and upload option also available in the same place, bottom. So you can download the template and fill all the details in the same place and upload it in the portal. And if you have any additional document, you can submit. Automatically, the system will calculate the percentage after the DVV verification. So like that, your SSR will be verified. Now you can observe this is the qualitative metric, one screenshot. In the qualitative metric, you need not to enter any number, but you have to enter the descriptive part of that question. So this is a qualitative question. So up to 500 word limit will be there. You can enter the description. And also the option is provided to upload the document. If you have, you can in the same place. Like that, you can fill it all the details. So data template submission and additional document submission is compulsory. You have to fill all the Excel sheets and any other data, you have to fill it in the additional document. So only through your college portal, if more than 5 MB, did not worry, only through the college website you can upload, and that link can be provided. No other mode of Google Drive, Microsoft, Amazon, Cloud like that we will not consider. So hence kindly follow the regulation and guidelines available in the NAAC website. You can observe this is the data template of the Excel format we are showing to for the knowledge purpose. Just this is an example. So same way, this is the portal screenshot. So you can fill the executive summary. So if any part you left out in the extended profile or in the QNM or QLM, so there is an option is given to the institution up to 5,000 words. You can write it about your institution, introduction about the institution, location, vision, mission, type of the institution. Any preference you can add it by yourself. And also criteria wise, you can write a summary about the criteria. You can write the SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities and challenges you are facing in your college. So that details you can write it here. And also any additional information like best practices offering in your institution, innovative practices you are offering in your institution, good practices, so that all the detail you can write in the additional information. And also overall conclusion about the institution, you can write it. So maximum limit is 5,000 words. So then you can submit the SSR. So before submission of the SSR, so there is an option is given to the institution. You can opt out some 3% of the non-applicable metrics to your institution. So especially India is a diversified education system, and also all the metrics we cannot satisfy at a time. So because of this purpose, we given a chance to the institution to opt out some of 3% of the non-applicable metrics. We will calculate around 970 marks to your institution. So 30% we will kept aside. So that 970 divided by, so your score will be calculated as a CGPA point. So but there is a small rules and regulation is there. So 33% means up to 30 weightage. You can opt out only 10 weightage in the criteria. 3, 4, 5, 6 criteria you can opt out 10 per criteria. And other criteria like 1, 2, 7 are compulsory to the institution, cannot opt out. So through the portal only you can opt out the metric. So regarding the SSR withdrawal, it is not possible during the SSR or assessment accreditation process. If you are withdrawing or if you are not submitting your documents in time, your SSR will be disqualified. You can come for the assessment accreditation process again from the beginning with a new fee from the IAQS. So after minimum of cooling period of 1 year. Hence, so don't delay the time. So kindly follow the timeline. So within the timeline, you have to submit all the details and continue the assessment accreditation process. So after this, all the details, you have to pay the initial first payment. So then submit the SSR. Half of the assessment accreditation fee we will collect in the beginning. So then you have to fill the student satisfaction survey and details, the number of students, email IDs, etc., etc. Our another colleague, Dr. D.K. Kamble, will explain you in detail about the SSS and DVV. So then you can submit the SSR. So like that, your SSR will be submitted. So after submission, the two parallel process will be there. One side, the DVV verification will complete, and another side, student satisfaction survey will complete within 30 days. So hence, our another colleague, Dr. D.K. Kamble, will throw light on in each of the information to you people. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Over to D.K. Kamble.